Ladies and gentlemen, this is number one blog back at it. Number one. Let's not waste any time and let's talk Canadian soccer. Canadian women's soccer, that is. Last night at the BMO Field in Toronto, Canada, to be exact, 10,150 fans. Team Canada Women's Senior Team showed up. What I mean by that is you will know very, very soon. I want to give a big shout out to the Canadian Soccer Association. Soccer has improved amazingly in this country, from the west in Vancouver to Alberta to Saskatchewan, all the way to the east, from Ontario to the other areas, Ottawa, Newfoundland, you name it. But yes, the focus is on Canada women's soccer. First half, I'm not gonna lie to you, it was very atrocious. What I saw out there was abysmal. The Canadian women's national team in the first half against Costa Rica, because it was Canada versus Costa Rica. Oh my goodness, it was abysmal football. It's like Team Canada, it was like they played very static on the field. They played very close together. Passes, yes, were coming through, but I just felt that they were just very static. There was not a lot of movement. But funny enough, their main person, Leon, actually had at least 4 or 5 shots on goal within the first half. To my remembrance, it was 4 shots on goal and... No, it wasn't 4 shots on goal. It was 4 shots and 1 header. Maybe 1 or 2 were on goal, but honestly, after that first half, I felt like Canada had to truly regroup. But guess what? Soccer is a tale of two halves. Guess what? In the second half, Team Canada came alive out of nowhere. Don't let me forget, Costa Rica actually scored in the first half. Why am I forgetting that? Yes, Costa Rica scored in the first half, I believe, off a set piece or something like that to go up 1-0. But guess what? Goals galore came in the second half. In the 70th, in the 74th minute, in the 82nd minute, and the 86th minute. But what I will definitely say is that Canada wasn't static. The girls weren't just standing there. They were actually moving around. They were getting into space. A lot of openings were happening. Before I forget also, again, because there's so much information, Canada played a 4-4-2 formation, just to let y'all know. They played a 4-4-2 formation. What I can definitely say is that I totally enjoyed Ghana. Why am I saying Ghana? I totally enjoyed how Canada played in the second half. I felt that they were more fluid. I felt like there was more spacing. I felt like the girls really connected. Who I definitely have to call out that really got things going was, I want to give a big shout out to the one and only Alidu. The way she controlled that ball on that line near the keeper in the 18 to get that foul, that was beautiful. I'd have to say applaud to you. And what even made it better is Canada stood up at the charity strike, aka penalty range, and scored in the 70th minute. And that goal was actually scored by Zardowski. Shout out to that defender, Zardowski, with a beautiful finish. And then Canada scored again in the 74th minute through Ward. But Ward didn't just score. There was a nice cross from, I believe, the right-hand flank across the 18, pass to Chuku. Igbo name, by the way, Igbo name. and she headed it. And the way she headed it is she headed it to her teammates by the name of Ward. And guess what? Bang! Ward scored. To me, everybody, well, not to me, everybody will always look at how beautiful a goal is. And yes, she did score a screamer. But we can't just give credit where credit is due just for the goal scorer. You also got to give credit for the pass. And that pass or that header was none other than Annabelle Chukwu. So big shout outs to her. Listen, Canadians, if you don't know that name, get to know that name, because that girl, oh my gosh, she's amazing. At youth level, that girl is a danger. Let me put it this way. I'm not gonna give you her full highlights, but what I'm gonna say is to you is this, that I'll do a profile on her later, because she's been on my radar for some time now, and I'm like, I need to talk about her. 18-year-old striker, born and raised in London, England, to Nigerian parents, Igbo parents. Moved to Canada at a young age, and I believe they moved to a place called Ottawa. Yes, again, I'm talking too much. This girl at youth level for Team Canada has scored 39 goals in 42 youth internationals, and also helped Canada win the Concacaf Under-20 Championship, beating Mexico 3-2, and she also scored the game winner. She is the one that actually provided the assist. She came on in the 63rd minute, and I felt like everything changed for Team Canada. I'm telling you, this lady, this female player, I'm telling you, is the future of Canadian football, Canadian soccer. We should not sleep on Annabelle Chukwu. My goodness. My girl came out onto the pitch and she changed the complexity of the whole game. You're telling me Canada's down 1-0. She comes in the 63rd minute, and all of a sudden, Canada's scoring on all cylinders. The 70th minute, the 74th minute, the 82nd minute, and the 86th minute. Canada rose to the occasion. Canada's basically scored 2 goals in 4 minutes. I'm genuinely impressed. That being said, also, she didn't just have an assist of an outing and a debut. Congratulations to your debut, by the way, also. We definitely can't forget that. In the 70th minute, she had a beautiful shot on goal. Unfortunately, it didn't go in, but it would have been nice to see her have an assist and also a goal on her debut. But you know what? It's all good. Just understand, this female athlete is the future of football, soccer in Canada. I'm telling you. She even beat Christine St. Clair's record at youth level. As I told you, I don't want to get into the thick of things. Let's move on. In the 82nd minute, Canada scored again through Shavosky. If I've butchered the name, I do apologize. And then Canada continued to turn the tables. In the 86th minute, they scored through Reagan to end this game. To end this game 4-1. Congratulations. The first half was a shit house. I'm not going to lie to you. But second half, Canada really, really changed their fortunes around. Guys, let us get into statistics. I know you definitely want to hear about the statistics. Team shots. Canada, 20 shots to Costa Rica's 3. Shots on target. Canada, 9. Costa Rica, 2. Possession. Canada was 78% to Costa Rica's 22%. Pass accuracy. 84th percent to Canada, while Costa Rica only had 48%. Fouls, Canada with 11. And guess what? Costa Rica with 16. Yellow cards, Canada had 1. Costa Rica had 3. Red cards. Canada had 0. Costa Rica also had 0. Offsides, Canada had 1. Costa Rica also had 1. I would say corners. Could you, and I'm not going to say can you believe it, but Canada had 6 corners to Costa Rica 6. So as you can see, Canada may have had a really bad first half, but they made up for it in the second half. Do you know Canada made 521 passes on BMO Field? Yes, this is the Canadian women's team. Outstanding. Beautiful squad. 521 passes to Costa Rica's 155. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say congratulations again to the Canadian women's national team, and also congratulations to Annabelle Chukwu on her debut for the Canadian national team. This will not be the first and the last time you will see that player. Mark my words, number one blog has said, Annabelle Chukwu is the future of Canadian soccer. Let me go through the goal scorers again. In the 70th minute, Zardowski scored the penalty. In the 70th minute, Holly Ward scored in the 74th minute, while Zara Shavosky scored in the 82nd minute, and Emma Reagan scored in the 86th minute to round out Canada's 4-1 win over Costa Rica in the women's friendly yesterday. I just want to give a big shout out to fans. 10,151 showed up to Toronto's BMO Field. And my name is number one blogger. Number one. Check out my channel for sports, entertainment, and Afro beats. See y'all soon.